Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome. My name is Jeff here with Billy, and we are very excited to welcome you into our 23-24 season of NECC Overwatch. Woo, I'm ready to get this started. Billy, I smell that. It smells nice. What is that?
Is that new season smell?
That is new season smell.
New season smell. Yay!
One of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites.
It has been a long Overwatch winter for us here, and finally we
summer,
are seeing
but yes,
the warmth of the sun. Summer, whatever. There's a southern hemisphere too. Come on. Okay, so yeah, we got 3 matches up for you all today. We were going to start out with Center College right up against Pittsburgh Technical College Jackalope Watchers. That's going to be our first matchup coming out the gate. And here's the rest of our schedule for the day. We're going to have New Haven Chargers up against Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute. And then we'll end up the day off of Sacramento State Gold against GFU Esports. And this should be a banger of a match all day long. We are very excited to be back with all of you. And we'll take a look at Center College's roster coming up here very shortly as we wait for that to come through. There it is. Doo-doo-boo-doo and Adama are going to be your DPS. Blaku. It's going to be your tank. Blaku. Sorry, it's Blaku. I made sure to write that down and I totally spaced it out. Rat King and Big Soup will be following up into their support roles. And we were talking about it.
I mean, this team has been in NECC for quite some time. Veteran status here in NECC. Blaku, the senior on this squad, the captain of this squad, and the tank, who will be leading the charge and really set the pace and try to get Center College a good start here the 2024 season. This is the Emergence Mid-East Division, and it's one where Center College has always been scary here in this division, but they're going to have some newcomers as their opponents today, Billy.
Yeah, we've got Pittsburgh Technical College coming in here, the Jackalope Watchers. Blue-2-2 is going to start off the DPS there, and actually was an exchange student in Germany. Studiert auf Deutschland genauso. So, yeah, very good for them. Will be alongside them in the damage department. Lots of Genji play we're expecting from Owo. Schlurp. And we just decided that we're going to add the little shush sound to it because I don't think I could possibly pronounce this without putting a little shush on it. Gamer Mike and BK Foot Lettuce will be in the support role. And, well, yeah. I
don't know how I feel about that last one, Billy. Just on gamer tag alone, like I have mixed feelings inside every time I say the word BK Foot Lettuce. But
it sounds like something bad for Burger King.
Woo! Gamer Mike, Eagle Scout here, freshman on this squad, very impressive. But I think the highlight has to be Owo. Just straight Genji main. And this meta, Genji is looking pretty darn strong. And I think Owo will be the one to kind of lead the charge and see if they can lead with their DPS. Expect the high firepower coming out of Owo and Blue to really get the job done here for PTC.
Absolutely, and everything's going to get started on Nepal today as we take a look at our map selections of the day. This is how we're going to run through this season. We will always at least get to see Nepal, or we'll get to see Control, Hybrid, and Flashpoint, our newest mode. But after that, we'll have Push, Escort, and Control to round it out should we go very, very deep into a series. However, for what we start out with today is Nepal, talking about meta. Right now, everybody is playing this Symmetra Bastion or a Genji Bastion with an Orisa. You're seeing Zarya very heavy with the patch update. Hamden went absolutely nuts today.
I love where this meta is at, honestly. Yeah. I feel like there is quite a bit of variety and good room to work on, whatever the strength of your team is. It doesn't feel like it is hard stuck on just one composition or even one kind of style with maybe you just switch a DPS around. We are seeing poke heavy compositions with Orisa and Bapayari. We're seeing the rush stuff heavily featured with the Zarya, some Sebastian, as you mentioned, kind of thrown in on both varieties, kind of dive versions of Sebastian as well as straight rush versions of Sebastian. It is such a wonderful variety of compositions and creativity that is in this meta, and it is so fun to watch. And I'm ready to kick this season off. We are about to get in. It is week 1, and we are getting the whole year started right. Center College taking on Pittsburgh Technical College. Oh, we're ready. I'm on the edge of my seats. We're about to get doors open.
I mean, for a color caster like me, there are moments where I'm not sure if my ADHD is actually a good thing because I'm going all over the place looking to see where are you teleporting, where are you setting up, do you have an Idioti? Are you going to play the Zarya? If you're playing the Zarya, are you going to be countered by a Junker Queen? I mean, the chess roulette of the tank position right now, Jeff, is something that's so fascinating to me because if you run Orisa, Zarya is a perfect counter right now, especially with that enhancement to the projected barrier bubble. I like the way that these teams are running right now. The only downside to running the Zarya is once those bubbles are gone, you're pretty much left to the mercy of your support staff. So we need to see how this is going to go out. We're going to start out on, it looks like Village. No, it's going to be Shrine that we are starting out to begin the map.
Yep, as we get in, take a look what our teams want to start off with. Blakey showing us the Reinhardt, some flavors of the Legend Spitfire coming out with Adama on the Symmetra, teleporting around. We'll see if they stick with that out of the gate. But, I mean, that's been a wonderful 1-2 punch and a fun combo to watch here recently.
I love it. I think it's absolutely doable. I think that you can run very hard into it. Looks like OW2 is actually going to be on tank here, and Slurp is going to be on the Junkrat here, so a little bit of role swappage here that we were not expecting, but maybe this because we're running the Zarya, you want to have a DPS player in there that can hit those right clicks with rapidity.
Wrecking in the back, throwing an orb on point, making sure that Big Suit can stay alive alongside Blakey. His first control has already gone over to Center College, and Blakey just holding down that wall, shielding against the incoming Junkrat spam. OW try to jump down, see if they can find an opening to get onto this point, but are just going to get melted. Combination of Adam's Symmetra beam and that big hammer. That's too much to overcome. And now Center College are free to move from outside the safety of that objective and start cleaning up the rest of these kills.
You have so much sustain here with the Moira Orb and with the single pocketing coming out from Big Soup for Center College. I mean, Ultimate's coming up online here for Center College. You're looking for a Shatter. I think Shatter right now, especially since you're running the Zarya, yeah, unless you get countered out by maybe getting slept during the animation, not much to defend against it. The good thing for PTC, though, is that they're coming up on a tire, and once you get beyond that big rectangle of health, you got a pretty flimsy back line.
Teleporter now up. Oh, and Dudu gets immediately taken down. Good cover from Slurp onto that teleporter. Everybody that came through was just subject to massive explosions out of the Junkrat. Blakey trying to bring this fight back. A little bit of late heroics to find the auto. Big K foot lettuce and back onto the point goes Blakey with the shatters. Going to pick up OW with that. 97 to blade. They are gone and now swinging away with a Mercy in their pocket. Blakey is still holding court and demands attention from everyone.
Oh, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see just the cojones of a Rhine main just going and wading forth into the battle and just swinging with impunity, having Big Soup there to pocket the whole time. Actually went down to about 50 health before we saw them get the healing resources coming back through. Now, you're looking at a Coalescence coming in here, but double DPS ultimates here from PTC should create a lot of havoc for Center College. Last
opportunity. Tire to start things off. Fire Strike's going to hit it. Let's see what you got next. It's the Nano Blade is going to be the ace in the hole here. OW has got the Nano, and out comes the Katana into the back, and one is already down. Wanted to get the coalescing Moira, but he'll settle for that Mercy instead. Rat King's able to life through it. Death Blossom's going to pick up 3! As Dudu shows up with the absolute trump card you really needed in first rounds going to Center College. This is how we kick off the season.
I mean, it's explosive, it's dynamic, it's tasty, it's spicy, it's nutritious as well, and it gets delicious. You a sub-map win for Center College. I mean, they played that pretty about as well as you probably could. We always have some early season jitters from both teams, but Center College really settled down into the mid-fight. Once they got to about 50%, they understood what the assignment was. This blade was actually pretty darn good, Jeff. I was just surprised that they weren't able to do anything else in the back, but they almost got the deflect there on a Dudu, but the Vampire Healing actually keeps them up through it. And now we'll see Sanctum. So OW2, the German exchange student, is going to go over to my favorite donkey horse in the whole wide world. Still running the same DPS line, but we've got BK Foot Lettuce onto the Mercy now. So who is going to be your target for amping the damage? I would assume I would be giving it to Storm to try and get them to an early tire.
A bit of extra punching power out of the back. Center College sticking with the Symmetra Reaper. It's already served him well. Zudabudu's able to pick up first kill. That one will get res. Oh, man. BK Footless did such a good job to evade that and get out of there alive. But Slurp is going to go down for the second time. Now trying to push out. OW2 is separated from the rest of the team. That deflect wears off. Mike is going to fall to a fire strike. And Center College have managed to muscle their way all the way to PTC's door here.
I tell you what, Jeff, the Center College definitely wins this fight and they take first control here, but I like the stability of having the Orisa now. OW2 is understanding that you need to take Blakeu out of this situation. You keep swinging, you got the pocket there, but there's enough damage there, they should be able to burst him down.
I think that teleporter might have got interrupted, still has the cooldown though. Oh, it's a lot of damage on the OW2. Fortify is just starting to fade, and the heals come in just in the nick of time, but there's a coalescence from Center College. They want to continue to press the issue. Find OWO with it, who had their ultimate ready to go. Now teleported in the back. Zudabudu. Looking for someone to use this Death Blossom, but a Terror Surge up front might have just thwarted their plans. Now they're kind of stuck in the back after Rainform to catch back up with the rest of the team. But PTC have an opening. They have Blakeu way far forward. Lucky to get out of that one alive. Blade now going to come out. Tyre with it. Shatter's still in the pocket. Blakeu didn't even need it. Oh, will get res. The Tyre falls on deaf ears though. And finally, the Shatter is here to put an end to this fight.
Oh my lord, I mean, that's a lot to unpack right there, Jeff. I mean, we saw ultimates come out from both sides. I think that Coalescence came out so early that PTC were not expecting it, and then you just saw the back and forth extravaganza come through. Oh, swapping over to a May now to try and get a little bit of a space and cushion here to allow them to get on this point. We're at 70% and counting.
Yes, could be the last opportunity. Maywell already is. They were not able to trap Blakeu with it. Really hoping to isolate the Reinhardt, but Blake's doing such a good job with their positioning.
Oh my God.
It sets up beautiful plays like this as Zudabudu just levels the playing field.
I mean, OWO does get the conciliatory headshot with the icicle, but it's rezzed up, it's done. I mean, that is two multi-person blossoms coming out, and the Captain Sun comes out.
Another coalescence here. OW2 just good job just to make it onto the point, keep this map alive. But to say it's an uphill battle is a bit of an understatement. OW2 is just doing good to stay on solid land, much less on the objective. Center College will take map 1, starting the season off right.
Whew. All right. I mean, that definitely happened, and that definitely was a very superior performance coming out from Center College. And I mean, they've just stamped their authority right out the gate, and you love to see that. You love to see the confidence and the veteran leadership and veteran of this league play coming out in spades there for them. I mean, this is Blakeu here, as you saw how low he got. Just the pocket there was enough, and man, that was good stuff coming out from Center College. I mean, maintain dominance right now. Blakeu not feeling much in the way of pain. I think we had a total of 4 kills that came through. 5 kills. 3 of them came through slump with that teleporter read. Other than that, not many people from Center College were going down. The supports have to be given an extra dose of Reese's Pieces or something after the end of this match.
It's fun watching the Reinhardt, who just works so well. As we cut right back to a beautiful time. I love your production. And get that clean, crisp 2K there from Blakeu. And they were just doing, commanding that kind of space. OWO got a lot done there. We see the deflect fade right at the very end. But it really was the Blakeu show on this Reinhardt. And that is the Rubik's Cube that PTC are going to have to figure out. That is the $1 million question for them right now, is how do we put a stop to Blakeu if they are going to continue with this Reinhardt? And what else do they have in the pocket? If we can block that, we don't even know what else there is.
Well, if they can solve Blakeu, then you got to worry about Zudabudu.
Yeah.
And because Zudabudu is getting it done on the scary Reaper guy. Somebody check him, PC. I haven't said that for a while, so I felt like I needed to throw that one in just for old time's sake. But, I mean, looking at the dual threat there, and the fact that you could not even get on the back line of Center College, that's another worry for PTC right now. Is if you can manage to get past Blakeu, how are you going to deal with the back line? Because you've got mobility, you've got escapability with the Guardian Angel coming out from the Mercy pocket. You've got the fade. So, I mean, your target selection, I think that you've got to get the Mercy down first. Then hopefully you can get down the Moira and then, kind of work yourself from back to front. I think that's the approach that PTC need to do here. Center College, keep doing the same thing because you haven't been stopped yet.
It's just so difficult to get on that backline, particularly on a map like Nepal. Both of those rounds very conducive to a Reinhardt to hold a small choke and stand there and clog it up. We'll see what happens as we go forward. We have gotten a ban through, but I don't think we've quite gotten a map pick yet. So it looks like Pittsburgh Technical still taking their time, trying to decide just exactly the right hybrid map to go to map 2 to try to turn this thing around and even things up in the series.
Well, I mean, we know that we're not going to Blizzard World. That's for certain.
This is true.
For our hybrid map. I kind of expected that. I want to see, where do they take us here for our hybrid map? Because if you go to Kings Row, you're wanting to buy into that brawl centric style, and right now you haven't done enough to give worry and room for pause to Blakeu. So Blakeu is, probably licking their lips right now, just saying, "Oh yes, please take me to Kings Row. Please take me to Kings Row."
Well, looks like Blakeu will have their wish, as after banning out Blizzard World, Pittsburgh Technical have indeed decided to send us to jolly old England, the home of Reinhardt Brawl indeed. We'll see if that map fares well for them. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I will say, just kind of on general on the game types as a whole here, since we've added Flashpoint in, this Kings Row and hybrid in general is the only map that we can really draw on, and it makes this, I don't know, it makes it feel like this map carries a lot of weight to it because we only have 2 of this. This is really the only map type that has an objective like this until we get to map 5.
Exactly. So it's all about what kind of space Blakeu can make here for Center College. On the other side, do we see Blue 2-2 stay in the tank role, or was that just for control? Do we see Slurp go back into the tank role? So there could also be a thing that we see happen here in the streets of London. But with the recent patch developments, with the recent meta, the way it's been shaping up, the top hat strategy might not be a bad idea here if you do want to run the Symmetra and the Bastion here. I like pairing it with the Junker Queen because you can pull people into the line of fire of that Bastion and just melt somebody in a hurry.
It is definitely pretty nasty if you can get that pull with a Jagged Blade into a Bastion. Same with like Bastion and Ant Matrix as well. Bastion and a Baptiste are some swaps. For one, we're going to have Center College attacking, so they will be in the red here for our next one. But we've also got, let's see, Slurp looks like they are moving back into the DPS role, or and Blue 2 sticking with tank here. And we had Starguard come in, it looked like, I believe, in the DPS role there for Center College.
Yep, so we'll see what they bring to this engagement now as we get ready to go in. The Jackalope watchers are going to be out on defense, and they're going to tell me a lot about who they are by the composition that they bring out here. Are they going to be more brawl centric? Are they going to be a little bit more pokey? Do you want to take space? Are you willing to do the sadomasochist thing of being a tank player here in Overwatch 2 right now? Because it's a lot of pain to be a tank player. I'm finding this very hard in my ranked matches right now. If you don't have the support there, you're kind of in trouble. So, that's an interesting look there coming out of PTC. Well, Slurp is going to be in the tank role here. So
they're just messing with us at this point.
They're messing with us, yeah. We're going to see the Ramatra here. I don't hate it. We'll see. If OWO can get into the back line, kind of follow up on some of the damage going in, especially when Annihilation comes through. Dash resets could be an absolutely nasty occurrence there for Center College White. I like what I'm seeing. Doomfist right now can work as long as you have the proper rollouts. I hope I'm not being trolled here by Blakeu. We'll see what they actually decide to come out the gate with.
Yeah, we had Adam go to the support role, and Stargarden coming in that DPS role. And on the Kiriko, and indeed,
well, it looks like poor Jeff's internet has been a little bit spotty today. So Blakey does get the initial kill, and what a shot there coming in from Doodoo. That's going to be the cleanup of the fight right here, where Machi's going to go down in a heap. That's going to be the first capture percentage going up here, and they're going to go ahead and capture point A, and they're going to push forward here past Bookstore. And I'd like to see how they decide to set themselves up coming into this fight. Looks like we've got a swap here. Gamer Mike going over to the Brigitte. We've also got BK Foot Lettuce onto the Moira. There's still kills coming through. Animal with a couple of kunai taking down the Widow, and that's going to be a massive stagger there coming out onto Blue-2-2. And, well, we're running into a bit of a dicey situation here. We're actually spawn camping right now. Blakey not having any of this nonsense.
Whew, this is getting out of hand fast. Blakey Black on top. This card is just now starting to get out of the garage. Look at all the space controlled here in the streets. Woo, Doodoo doing. Going to get out of there alive. Blakey's still in deep. There's the teleport in. There's the Suzu. Blakey's right back on top. Decides to go dive it in. Meteor strike in the pocket. Meanwhile, Gamer Mike gets mowed down. Doodoo picking up a pair, as a matter of fact, for eventually getting finished off by BK Foot Lettuce. But what a desperate situation it feels like here for PTC. They've still yet to stabilize.
Oh gosh, that's an early Kitsune Rush coming out, Jeff.
Yeah, Center College is just staying right in this. Adama does fall. And I was trying to see if Doodoo might have a chance to really take advantage of that Kitsune Rush, but does get forced to the outside. One health from Starguard, and Slurp will eventually find him. The Javelin Spear does miss, though, and Blakey's able to get out.
Well, I mean, you've got Blade online here for Olo, so we'll see if they go Ulu with their Blade and get it done. Blossom ready to go as well.
Teleport up to the high ground. PTC are just going to back up a little bit. Slurm's got to be careful. Once you get the rest of this Terror Surge up, see if they can make something happen. There's the Death Blossom dropping it in the back. Blue-2 gets taken down. The Deflect will eventually finish off Doodoo with a little bit of help. Now the Nano Blade in response. Adamo immediately cut down. Trying to get one on the Mercy. Dash up to the high ground. Chasing her down. Oh, cut your wings off right out of the sky. You fall like a stone under the blade of Owo.
Oh, that is a great stabilization right there. And I mean, you know, the deflect started it all off here from Owo. Not feeling any pain. Definitely feeling their oats here as they hold on Bookstore. And I mean, we were about 4 meters away from capturing an Adama with the kunai, taking down the Genji.
Oh, just catches Owo completely off guard. The danger of those kunai, even with the nerf. The Terror Surge is in, but Slurp doesn't really have a whole lot to combo with. And eventually, Blue-2's able to pick up a pair. There it is. Towards the back in the Ash Swap. Coming up very well. Look at that Bionade. Slurp is so low, but BK Foot Lettuce will not let their Orisa down.
I mean, it still gets the kill. And I mean, what a spin there coming from Slurp. This support duo is doing everything they can to keep their team in the fight. We just saw Nano come out. BK Foot Lettuce already 60%. Towards the next Nano. That is a fantastic change there. I also like that Gamer Mike came in on this Brigitte, the swap coming through, and that's a big source of healing and the res off the table now.
It's another big thing for Stargarden to watch out for as they pull the katana out. The blade will cut through BK Foot Lettuce, though. They dance around both supports and chop them down. Sleep Dart off the mark, and Stargarden has got a massive advantage here at Center College. PTC with no supports won't last long.
I mean, but it was a great stabilization. They took about 1.5 minutes off the clock, and so, I mean, this could have been a much more massive comeback. It could have been 5.5 minutes. Now we're under 4 minutes. Rotation of ultimates coming up here for Center College. So, I mean, you can start off with Kitsune Rush, and, I mean, they have really got to track Doodoo Boodoo. Getting it done. Blue-2-2 is keeping an eye on them as well.
One of the best combos with the Kitsune Rush is just a Reaper in general. And it's so close to that Death Blossom. Going up to challenge. And Doodoo has to drop down. And now it's Blue-2-2 who has this awesome high ground. Oh, he's able to get one dub, and there's the Death Blossom. Picks up one, might be able to finish off Slurm. The Fortify is able to keep the Orisa alive. BK Foot Lettuce once again will not let this Orisa die. The Bionate thrown in, still holding the Nano in the pocket. I think really wants to use that on the Genji, but Slurp is going to... Nano in from Blake who gets stunned up, gets anted, but who shows up in the nick of time there to finish everybody off in this corner. They're going to get out alive. They get out alive. Unreal.
That is unreal play. Working in perfect synergy there with Blakeu. Now they're going to put the Kitsune Rush out.
Oh, a couple of quick on the back of it. Terror Surge from the other side. Gets dashing through the entire pack after the Terra Surge to pick up a pair, and then keeps Blaiku just stuck in this corner with that blade.
I mean, that's fantastic work there coming from them, and I mean, the res came through. The spot healing is there for the Mercy, and now the rally comes out. They're trying to fight this out.
Gamer Mike, almost had Blaiku stuck. They're able to escape. Only temporarily, though. With the Doomfist down, it's going to be far more difficult for Center College to punch this thing open. The res is back, though. Blaiku immediately gets up and lands a big right hook, and OW2 is gone. Now eyes set on to BK Lettuce. Here comes Gamer Mike trying to fend off the Doomfist. All attention turned onto Blaiku opening time up. Oh, it looked like there might have been a res coming through there, but a big bionic cleanse. Off the side goes Slurp. Now it's going to be a Meteor Strike into the back. Still not able to lock down these two supports. Here comes OW2 teleporting in to try to help out. They managed to alleviate some space off of that corner, but BTC just rotate around the objective. The Deadeye doesn't quite get it done, but it feels like BTC have started to stabilize. Yeah, 2 quick kills, and this push is over.
I mean, what a swap there coming out from OW2. The Ash was getting it done. Let me remind you of that. The burn was just too much here coming from the Cassidy, or from the Ash, but now... I mean, Automa can't stop a grenade from latching onto you, and that has been a very fortuitous swap there for them. Blade coming up in this fight.
5% away. Everybody from PTC backing up to this corner, try to catch this aggression. Bionade used defensively. Ooh, PTC already looking low as Stargate moves in, but is able to track it all the way to the back. This is no. I will be the better ninja. The first swipe is Suzu, but that Moth is so vulnerable yet again, and now both. Here from Center College, 40 has sent them packing again.
Oh, that's gonna be should be the Reaper going down, but I guess it gets gets
stagger.
mowed down by OO. So we're gonna be sub 30 seconds as we go into this next fight, and I mean the Kitsune Rush should get OW2 up to the Death Blossom, but you're running into a Terra Surge and you're running into a Nano as well. Looks like we may have lost Jeff once again. I don't know what Blaiku did there, but ended up going off into the drink and down below. 8 seconds to touch. You've got the Kitsune Rush. You need to use it now. Well, that is the Kitsune Rush coming out. The grenade did land, but they were able to seize it. Now the Death Blossom comes out, and it cleans everybody up. That should be the completion. But they had 4.5 minutes to get this done. And, well, they do it in overtime. So what a hell of a stand there coming from PTC with the Nano coming out at the end there. Not much to do there, but, man, 4.5 minutes. And they turn it around. They do give up all 3 points, but my word, what a stalwart defense that came through in the Foundry for PTC. They've got to take that as a win. They've got to take it as a win, and they've got to build on the back of it.
Yeah, fortunately, I didn't get to see that last 30 seconds there.
Whew. It was interesting. It was explosive. They did give it up in overtime, Jeff, but I tell you what, they were about a couple swipes away from OWO from turning that around and not giving up the 2 points, but they finally get the job done.
Well, I mean, that's huge. The fact that they were able to get it down to OT in of itself is a big deal. I mean, it guarantees that things go the distance, that they will get that extra round of attacks, but it also is really significant for how much time Center College had on the clock coming out of point A. The fact that PTC is able to eventually whittle that down to nothing by the time it's said and done, yeah, big props to the defense.
Absolutely. I mean, Slurp is making me very proud on the Donkey Horse. The Terra Surges may not have killed, but they collect people like a vacuum cleaner, and OO just says, "Oh, thank you very much. I will take that from you."
Absolutely.
And gets the work. I mean, you take that every time. You take these and you win these. So for Center College, they're going to stick with the same composition here coming out, and OW2 is looking for somebody to shoot in the head.
Reminds me of some old Hulk combos from back in the day, the way you see those dashes through. We're not expecting OO to change off of this Genji all day long. OW2 up here, not quite able to find anything just yet. Looking to see if they can kind of squeeze this single and force somebody back, but OW2 is all over. Don't think they expected to have the whole team up there, but it doesn't matter. They're able to find the Widowmaker anyway. Pick out the very important target, and then just mowed him down one by one. OW2 will claim the theater and even a bit more.
Oh, we're going to claim theater. We're going to claim Owa's life, and there goes Diana as well. This is a great cleanup from them, and good God, Blakeu is just having his way with this PTC team right now. Bluetooth 2, you need to hit something. You need to make this Widowmaker pick work. Otherwise, what are we really doing here?
That is the threat, though. All it takes is one mouse click, and this whole thing can turn around. As assuming Bluetooth can put it on somebody's dome. Oh, we'll keep in a check on this outside. Doodoo still has laid claim to this theater. Eventually going to have to use that Wraith form to get out, but it forces PTC to check all corners at all times. A little battle for the high ground between our two tanks. Oh, come slamming back in, Blakeu. Make sure they can keep PTC out of this choke with Slurp gone. It won't be that difficult. Oh, and Gamer Mike just got flattened. Oh.
That was dirty. That was mean. That was mean. The punch that came through, we're seeing these combos come through where they're really closing in on the back of these empowered punches coming from Blakeu. And right now, they don't have anything to worry about. Bluetooth 2 has not made a dent with this Widowmaker as of yet. Still, it takes one, like you said.
Yeah, if you're kind of at that point of no return, if you're going to swap, you need to swap now. We're at the 2-minute mark, and want to make sure you can get ults on the other side. Speaking of ultimates, here comes the Death Blossom out into the back line, but meanwhile, off-screen, Ovo has already sliced through a pair of their own. So it's a +1 to PTC right now, and Doodoo is not able to get any more than just that singular kill. This defense completely on the back foot. PTC finally able to break this open. Bluetooth didn't even have to swap, able to keep that Widowmaker in the infra sites so that they can check Center College for this retake.
Well, I mean, we'll see if they actually decide to pop it. I mean, you're going to have some good spots of area of contention here. Really, Blakeu needs to be careful. They're going to invest the Kitsune Rush in this.
It's almost completely stopped here by the Terra Surge. Another good use. Like I said, the Terra Surges haven't been like big wombo combos, but just beautiful setups for the rest of the team. Starguard is still here. 1 health. Eventually, OO will dash through them as well. Blakeu eventually finished off on point. It was a good job eating up a bunch of time. PTC do eventually get this car out of the garage, though.
I mean, they take 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock, so this is going to be a very strenuous push here coming through from PTC, but they've got the infra sites up, so they know where everybody's at.
Yeah, it's a cool time to use them, too, to kind of check these resets. But speaking of getting checked, oof. Bluetooth now in trouble. OO is going to suffer a similar fate. And PTC just bit off way more than they could chew inside that alleyway.
I mean, you kind of overinvest there. And kind of push up way too far. Now, Doodoo is looking for some health. Needs to get Adama into their LOS. But, I mean, Blade ready to go here for Starguard. And you're going to have more on the back of it. But they're just going to win this in the neutral.
Oh, that Sleep Dart missing for being a full lettuce. I feel that. I feel that. No, you're not getting out of that one. You might as well just reset. Meteor Strike. Oh, just right on top of the door. Why not? Blakeu is here to say hello. Delivery, death.
It's the Santa you didn't know that you needed.
Please rate 5 stars.
Above. Yes, the Yelp reviews will be coming in. We will be dashing later on. But looking at what Center College has to deal with here, I mean, they got both their DPS ultimates ready to go into this fight.
PTC just struggling, having to fight for every out. Getting chased off. Oh, saw a juicier target. That Mercy decided to drop down, but that's a Hornet's Nest going on down there. Meanwhile, inside, Starguard has been able to chop through 3. Big pickup there for the pair of DPS, and they only had to use 1 ult to do it.
You love to see. They put the Valkyrie into it as well, but I mean that's basically a throwaway.
I meant between the 2 DPS ults we were talking about.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, Nanoblade here for PTC. I mean, you got to watch your backline. Save your swift step here if you're Adama. Make sure that your Guardian Angel tech is on point because, well, OO has really gotten the job done with the Nanoblade today.
Oh, the punch back to interrupt. There's no dash. Trying to get back through. Will manage to catch back up with the team and find a pair of very important kills. A must situation here for OO. That had to get that done. No, but you can't drop it like this. No, it's all slipping away here from PTC. Doodoo is 1 health. Slurp will eventually find him. OO just still sitting at a bat half. He's going to end up trying to chase Starguard down. Should find this one. That one got a little closer than it needed to, Billy.
Oh man, they get it done there, and actually, Adama, Adama has the pocket. Hello, nice tech coming in from Big Soup, and I mean they are going to stabilize here. The card's finally around the bookstore, but we're at 42 seconds and counting, and you're looking at the Kitsune Rush to go through this narrow corridor.
Oh, that was a nice sit down low. It's gonna be a electric cowboy. It looked like there for a moment. OW2 is able to pick up one with that. Now, here's the rally into that Kitsune Rush on the back. Blakey going in deep. Already down one. Now down both supports. And PTC putting together nice back-to-back fights. This should get him into the Foundry.
It should. I mean, really, Ultimate Economy kind of gone out the door here for Center College. They kind of been using them on a whim. And now you're looking at the Deadeye. And I mean, Gamer Mike has been playing Brigida to a beautiful T right now. 1:30 on the clock. They still are in this.
Oh, 100%. Oh! We'll at least get the trade out, and that trade is actually going to favor PTC fuel early. At least if they're able to get any space off of it. I was going to get Rez back up, though, and Center College continue to stay aggressive to support that Rez. Back it up, Big Suit. Make sure nobody even gets close to their mercy, and they are going to force PTC all the way outside.
You know, I was talking about the Guardian Angel tech. Yeah, I think Big Soup's definitely got it on me. I'll go ahead and pop the Valkyrie here. But I mean, you're still holding on to this Deadeye. Pressing Q is a good thing.
Oh, it's so tough to try to get value out of that Deadeye. Especially with Blakey just breathing down your neck here. Up on the high ground, Blakey is able to find two. Here comes a Dragon Blade out from Star Garden just to cap off what two remain. Turns into a bit of a sword fight with Owo. Ends up holding onto a blade of their own. Thank goodness for PTC.
Well, I mean, you've got 28 seconds here. You've got both DPS ultimates. We're looking at a Nano Blade coming in here. We'll see what Slurp can get done. Definitely need to go in as a total 5 and see what kind of value you can get on the back of it.
They had Adamon cut out for a second, but the swift step is there. This is all about the Nano Blade. This has got to be big. Owo goes in, wants the Mercy. Good Suzu. Might have been a touch early, but the Mercy is able to escape.
Well, there goes Jimmy.
I'm still here. And well, so are PTC. As they're trying to push around this corner. Adamon, though, with this Kitsune Rush and House Star Garden there to back him up. Bionade from BK Foot Lettuce is just not going to be enough. And this map is done and dusted. Center College winning their and a match point here in week 1.
Yep, and I mean that's that's better out of them though. That's better out of PTC. Definitely showing their heart here, and a little bit of chuckles there in the chat as the disconnect comes through for OW2 at the end of the map. But they get the work done now. They've got to go back to the drawing board. It's going to be Flashpoint up next, Jeff. And I mean, from what I've seen so far, Blakey is the tank that they need to deal with, and they just have not been able to figure out how to deal with such a skilled and really powerful tank player coming in here. They've definitely leaned into Blakey's senior leadership, and it's showing on our game.
And in versatility as well. Pulling out the Doomfist here, we had all this talk about the Reinhardt and how good it was, and then you get into King's Row, and Blakey goes over to the Doom and just looks absolutely unkillable. Really good reads on the flow of battle and wins the perfect time to engage. It has been Blakey leading Center College to success here so far. But the job is not done. We are going to take a quick little break. It'll be map 3. We will see on our newest map type Flashpoint when we return after the intermission. All right, we're back, friends, here in the first week of the season. First game of the season, as a matter of fact, at Center College are up 2-0 over PTC after they were able to put a stop there on King's Row. Man, Billy, no matter whether it's the Reinhardt or the Doomfist, PTC don't seem to have an answer for Blakey.
They really don't. And I mean, the other thing that I'm looking at right now is Adama playing the Kiriko. Has been getting those kunais in with frightening accuracy and just has really broken up in some fights with the kunai usage. So, I mean, you've got a double-headed Hydra right now. The support team keeping Blakey up throughout all the aggression, and Blakey just feeling no pain right now. And that's the big question that PTC needs to answer right now. I did like Slurp.
That's Center College's aggression, by the way. Like, Center College have just been so aggressive, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, it's hard to fault them. But yeah, no, go on about Slurp. I just wanted to throw that in there.
No, I mean the aggression. It's unbridled right now, and I love it. I mean, you get rewarded if your support team can stay with you right now in the fluid meta that we're in. If your support team are on point and they've got the heels covered and they're saying, you know what, go in, be aggressive and get it done. Really, that's the big difference right now. Now, Slurp on the other side, the Orisa looks really good. I want to really throw out a big kudo to that because in the face of a Doomfist and a Genji and a bloodthirsty support and Adama has really stood their ground. I mean, really used the Orisa tech to the best advantage, and that's something that we're seeing right now. If they can get a little bit more from the other from OW2 too on the other DPS, then we'll see something turn around there. I think that we need to see something somber right now. I think just to disrupt or just to throw a cog into the wheel that is grinding you into the dirt right now, that is Center College. If you can do something to change their eye level instead of, really focusing on the back line and working their way back to front, I think that they have a shot at really upsetting what Center College is doing right now.
Well, I mean, we know OW2 is a pretty hit scan heavy player from what we can tell. I mean, really favors the Ashe and the Widow, and they want to work in that. So it makes it difficult to accomplish what you're talking about without just getting one of those early picks. And so that's why we've seen like Slurp play a Junkrat on the first map. I mean, you couldn't play that long range hit scan on Nepal. We haven't seen any substitutions yet coming into Flashpoint, but I mean the speed is always been king, or at least, I mean, I say always for the 6 weeks we've had this game type, month we've had this game type. I mean, one thing we know is speed is extremely important here as we take a look at which of our 2 maps we're going to.
Yeah, we're going to New Junk City. So, I mean, we're going to the home of Junker Queen here. I really do like the Junker Queen pick if you decide to go with it here, because you do have the ability to pull people back in. You do have the commanding shout that can be used in concert with other mobility buffs coming through from a team. So as we take a look at what the 2 teams are going to bring out here, we'll talk about, how this map type has come to be. And what I've seen so far through my collegiate casting, through other casting that we've done, we're starting to see, definite tendencies for teams to work through here. The Symmetra has been something that I've really liked on both Suravasa and New Junk City. I think it works better in Suravasa. Here, I like a Tracer, I like a Soldier, and I like his Lucio, especially here, because you do have all that mobility to get you through. You can get yourself from point to point, and I mean, that's the name of the game here. You got to take 3. Reminder that it is a faster tick-up time once you do get capture percentage going, and we'll see how these 2 teams join battle.
Yeah, it's a lot faster. It's 66% faster. And it feels like twice as fast. And it really, it's close to it. OW2 going back over into the tank roll. So BTC BTC, looks like we got a little bit of pause there. Want to go ahead and put Slurp in the DPS role. Want to bring out something a little different. And realizing, I mean, the long-range hit scan isn't going to work on this map. So we are seeing Slurp on that Echo to pair alongside Owo's Genji here for map 3.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We also have Rat King coming in for Center College. They're going to play the Bastion here. So we'll see what they've got going with that. I didn't see a Symmetra. I didn't see a Lucio. So I'm not
on either
sure.
side. Yeah.
I'm not sure how you're going to get the Bastion around. Bastion is going to have a bit of a mobility issue. Now, you do have the raw output of power, but then that means that you have to draw out the deflect, because Owo is going to play the Genji here, and you've got to wait for that. You can't be premature going into the turret form into a deflecting Genji, because you know what, the rest of your team would be under serious duress once that happens.
Yeah, don't want to kill the rest of your team. That would be bad. Don't do that, friends. That's ill-advised. One thing we did notice that I haven't had a chance to highlight yet, at least not recently, was the Ana from BK Foot Lettuce. They were showing us that again here today, or here in map 3, alongside the Genji and the Echo. I like it a lot. BK Foot Lettuce has been outstanding on the Ana thus far. A really good job of knowing whether to use the nades defensively and keep the team alive, or press the issue and try to get some purples and see if you can create a play. I've really liked the on out of BK Foot Lettuce, and looking forward to seeing more of that heading into this next map.
I mean, we are both Anna enjoyers here in our casting. We are definitely Anna enjoyers, and we love to see, not only using it defensively. You and I both love a good purple. We love a good purple party, seeing it come through, and I mean, watching the backup and the follow through on the back. So that's part of the reason why Kings Row was the way it was, is because you saw a lot of those purples coming out from BK Foot Lettuce. So I think sticking with that, pairing it with the Brigida is good. I think that what I saw is that they had paired it with a Moira. So that's some pretty serious bulk healing coming out from the two healers there for PTC. So I'm very, very optimistic about how they're going to run with this, especially getting on top of a Bastion. OWO has to really, the same side of the card goes for OWO. You can't put out the deflect too early. Otherwise, you're going to be immune, or you're not going to be immune to the onslaught of bullets coming in from the Rat King Bastion.
Yeah, it's such a delicate balance. It is absolutely a knife's edge that you kind of have to float in that role. I mean, because either your team dies or you're not having the impact forward. Like, it's neither of which is good. And I think it's one of the things that makes Ana so cool, and one of the things that I think when Ana is in the meta, or when Ana is an active part of the meta is in a good place. Like, that's just a general rule of thumb. Though I am enjoying this meta we're in right now, and it hasn't been particularly Ana heavy, but just in general, I think that indicates kind of where the strategy is at. So, always a fan. Always a fan.
We're always a fan. We're Ana stands here. We're unabashedly Ana stands here. I think that using, going up against a Bastion, which they don't know is there yet, by the way, sleeping the Bastion in the middle of turret form is always extremely satisfying to an Ana player. And landing a purple on the top of that is even better. So, we'll see how this actually comes to pass. But looks like we're about to get back into our game. We'll see if the settings got fixed to the team's liking. It was a tank health issue. And with the new map type, you always have a couple of wrinkles that come through.
Finally ready to get into Flashpoint. Could be third map. Center College currently up 2-0. New York City was Pittsburgh Technical's map pick, so hoping this will be the try. I find this one to be a little bit more open than Suravasa. I feel like Suravasa's points feel a little bit more claustrophobic, and the map as a whole feels a little bit tighter. Where New York City, I feel like you've got more angles to work with, a little more space to work with.
I think that the only real claustrophobic flashpoint here in New Junk City is Refinery, but you still have that escape route underneath. That you can really get away from a serious amount of aggression and kind of kite your way around and get behind a team. But I also like the pits as well for the same reason, because you have so many entry points onto the point that you're able to take care of the work. But you know what? Team's ready to go. We do have Adama showing us the Baptiste here, so they're going to make sure that their Bastion is going to stay up in the middle of these fights.
It's such a mean combo between the Immortality field, being able to use just extend a Bastion's life, then of course the Ant Matrix is just nasty, nasty powerful. Early here, we're going to get Zarya v Zarya out of our takes. We see Blake pull out their third option in as many maps. Early Immortality field out of Adama, and trying to get some damage done on that outside. Slurper's pelting him here from the off angle, but it's going to be a teleport in here from Doodoo Voodoo. It's going to force it back, and Slurp gets mowed down. First kill goes over to Center College, as does First Cap.
Well, I mean, once you take the aerial threat away, you can keep your eyes on the ground, and that's a big change right now. I mean, just the burst healing. Look at the healing coming through from PTC, though. They might actually be able to turn this fight if they don't get down.
Oh, they lose the crutch of that healing out of the back. BK Foot Lettuce gets cut off in the rotation, trying to escape, and Bluetooth is able to work around that outside. Excuse me, Blocky Blake, who's able to work around that outside and find him.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When you're running in a Zarya meta like this, you have got to keep your Zarya up at all costs. That might mean sacrificing a DPS into it, because the charge for Zarya is so important not only for sheer raw DPS power, but also building up your Graviton Surge a lot faster. So that's things that I'm looking at. Already 78% towards Blade. They have to fight against a mortality barrier too, though.
Ooh, careful shooting that deflect there, King. That could have been bad. BK Footlotus goes down early yet again, as we kind of start to feel that they are target number one. I mean, that is public enemy number one, is that Ana. And Center College have found their bounty. 2 fights in a row here. Now they've got a 1-0 lead on the map.
They have the 1-0 lead. They're going to give these little right clicks, give a little extra healing. Ult charge over to their support line. You're looking at that Wombo combo, though, ready to go. You also have Grav online before a Death Blossom. That's how much work Blakey is getting done, but not to be outdone on the other side. 3 ultimates coming in this fight. The duplicate is going to be the most important.
OW2 nowhere close to their own Grav, though. Still 40% away coming into this. Ooh, we're going to get over the outside. Trying to come in here, but that Grav is down. Racky's going to combo that. And this is going to be nasty. 2 already fallen just from the immediate impact. Center College could continue to chase more. They back up just to make sure they've got control of the point as they go run down some extra kills.
I was not expecting the artillery strike into the Grav. That's actually damn scary.
Yeah, that was scary.
I'm pretty scared of that. Not gonna lie. It looks like they're, the pursuit here coming from Voodoo has been doing it all day. Jeff has been going in and really pursuing these kills, sometimes to their own detriment, but generally they do have that support there on the back. They're actually pushing away from the point. Nobody's on the point right now. They're out hunting for kills.
Yeah, Center College are not satisfied with just taking the objective. They want to control this entire quadrant of the map. And let's see a nice little sleep from BK Footlotus. Has this nano ready to go. Oh, with the blade in the pocket. Nice rank for him to avoid the purple coming out from BK Footlotus, and PTC once again just kind of back up, wait for the right moment, but they might have waited too long. They've allowed Voodoo to get into position, sneak in underneath. Now the Death Blossom's going to finish off Slurp as well. Voodoo has just absolutely leveled them, just vaporized PTC.
And I mean, we talked about the Bastion v Genji matchup. Well, there it is again. BK Footlotus does get some revenge there, though, and has the nano blade online. So you could go with the 3 ultimate battle here, Grav into a nano blade. That would decimate everybody, but you still have to work through the immortality barrier. That's something that they're going to have to be very cognizant of. Maybe Slurp can pull that ability out of them as we head into Refinery.
Yeah, it was a good luck at the draw here for PTC. They're at least able to get in and be competitive for this first control after losing that last fight. And Matrix now up at OW. Nano is there and pick up 2, but they're traded out on the other side. Losing both the Ana and now the Moira as well. This fight is going to go down to a 2v2. 4 health left for OW, just desperately searching for anything down low. Oops! All you found was a Reaper. Voodoo is still here and wants this point.
Yep, they're going to get it at 14% captured for PTC. Now, you have the Coalescence to go into this. You're going to have Duplicate as well for PTC, so they have some tools here to work with, but they are going up, this artillery strike. We saw what happened with the Wombo combo. Let's see what happens in the neutral without a little bit of extra health.
Just holding down this corner. Avoid all the damage from the stickies. Slurp not able to quite get up there. It is finally got up. That could be just the ticket for PTC to get through this door. Immortality field already used on the other side, but you stood there too long. Slurp just gets melted. Blakey with 100 charge. I don't think Slurp was ready for all the damage coming in. Now a Coalescence here to try to crack open this point, considering the Echo is no longer available. Oh no, but OW2 is in a lot of trouble. Good heals, but they're about to run out, and the Death Blossom is there just in time. Still plenty of damage ready to go. Center College have more than enough to take this fight, and they're just about to take this map, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to tick up so fast. They've got 2 on the point just to make sure they've got the artillery strike for any interest onto the point here, and that's going to go ahead and do it here for Center College. They got it done. They put out the... Oh, that is an evil Grav coming out, and that'll capture the point. That'll capture the map. That'll capture the entire series here as our first game of the season. Center College is going to take a clean 3-0 sweep.
Oh, never got a chance to use that final blade. That final duplicate fell by the wayside as well. Strong player, though. Strong team. I mean, this is first time here in NECC, I believe. At least my first time getting to cast him. And I liked what I saw out of Pittsburgh Technical College. OWO certainly outstanding on the Genji. BK Footlet is truly admirable on the Ana as well. But man, Center College, what a start to their season. A nice clean 3-0, heralded from Blakeu playing 3. And
well, I mean, it was pretty darn good coming from him. I mean, Blakeu's my player of the match today. Coming through in shining fashion, and I mean, I tell you what, OWO, I definitely have to give a silver star to. Absolutely cracked on the Genji, but I mean, the support staff, Adama and Big Soup, keeping their tank alive no matter what. Just got the work done today, and well, this is it. This is the end here for PTC for week number 1. We've got another match coming up here very shortly. I think that we're going to be doing an interview, possibly. Nope, no interview today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw it to a break. We're going to get our next match set up. Don't go away. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.